AFC. Now, what we've been doing, Adam, here on Foxboro Rush is we have been ranking the quarterbacks for each division. Next up is the AFC South. So I noticed here on our graphics that we have the exact same ranking, in which all I have to say is that's because we are exactly right. There is no other damn ranking. There's no other. Now, I understand the sentiment of maybe a Trevor Lawrence over a CJ Stroud, but you and I both have Stroud, Lawrence, Anthony Richardson, Will Levis. And look, I have to imagine you feel the same way I do on Trevor Lawrence. Here's where I'm at. I have been waiting for this guy to take the next step. It's time. And he's about 2 years overdue where I've been waiting. And I get it. There's injuries, there's this, there's that. It's always excuses. But here's what I know. Doug Peterson is a quarterback whisperer. This guy took Nick Foles and outmatched Bill Belichick and Brady in a Super Bowl. I've never seen anything like it, and I don't think I ever will. So if you can't work and sort of elevate or level up with a Doug Peterson after a couple seasons, and you have all the weapons galore. I know they lost Ridley, but they had him. Like, I'm starting to get real concerns that Trevor Lawrence is at his ceiling. He's as good as he's going to be. That's where I'm at with him. And then I watch CJ Stroud literally walk into this league, Adam, take it by storm and win a playoff game. Like, I just can't even you can't make this stuff up.
No, I know. With Trevor Lawrence, it's just like there's just too many interceptions, right? 39 interceptions in 3 years, and you're the number one overall pick, and year 4. I mean, it's a big year. It's a big year for Trevor Lawrence. So we'll see how things play out. But CJ Stroud, man, like, I was kind of, again, I know he's persona non grata in Houston, but it kind of reminded me of, like, when we saw Deshaun Watson, emerge in Houston. And then now you have, it's almost like a rebirth where Texans fans have that guy again, right? And CJ Stroud. And what he did last year to get to the team, to the postseason. Not only that, but you're bringing in Stephon Diggs, right? And you already got Nico Collins in there. Like your offense is cooking. This is exciting times, I think, in Houston.
Yes, I would agree with you. All right, let's talk about CJ Stroud a little deeper, because you look at the AFC. And there are some great quarterbacks. We just talked about one in Patrick Mahomes. We understand Josh Allen is a cheat code. We know Joe Burrow, injury concerns with Joe Burrow is the only guy really I've seen stand up to Mahomes and beat him straight up. Lamar Jackson is a video game. I mean, Justin Herbert feels like he's on the cusp. Is it too soon, Adam, to consider CJ Stroud in that class? Like, after one season, is it too soon? Because from what I watched, boy, does it not feel like he feels to me like the next great AFC quarterback. Obviously, we need to see more, but I can't knock the kid on the lack of experience and inexperience because he just got to the league 5 minutes ago. But from what I've watched, I mean, this is what Burrow did when he got in the league. This is what Mahomes did when he got in the league. Like, these guys got in and made an impact immediately. So I don't want to take away from CJ Stroud and say, well, I don't know, can you do it again? Like, I've seen guys come in, be great immediately, and sustain it, and even get better and go to another level of greatness. I'm willing to throw CJ Stroud in here and say he is definitively the next great AFC quarterback. Are you?
Yeah, I mean, based on what we saw last year, why not, right? But at the same time, it's that whole sophomore slump, that could come rearing, its ugly head. I mean, I don't think it will, and I don't think it will because I think the Texans have done a good job surrounding him with the right pieces, and the offensive line, I think it went through some health issues, if I'm not mistaken, last year.
Yep.
But they got Laramie Tunsil on his blind side. Old friend Shaq Mason's on that offensive line. So he's got a good offensive line. I don't know. After a year on tape, there are going to be defensive coordinators that find things. And so I'm interested to see how he makes the adjustments. And that, I think after 2 years, I think I'd feel a lot better saying that he's in that sort of upper echelon that you're sort of putting him into. I'm not saying he won't get there. I don't feel entirely comfortable doing it just yet. I need to see a little bit more.
I think that's fair. I mean, listen, I've been known to overreact, Adam. It's okay.
Were the Raiders supposed to win the Super Bowl like at some point, the last couple of years or something?
I'll tell you one guy, though, and he's on both of our lists, and we both have him over Will Levis. I mean, this Anthony Richardson kid, brother, like if he can just – he almost has a Cam Newton aspect of where – and even Big Ben to a certain extent when he was younger before he got all fat. But, like, it's almost like you're so big, physical, strong, gifted that you don't even think to protect yourself. You're just like, no, like I'm going to run this guy over because I'm me.
Right.
And, like, I need – Shane Steichen is a tremendous coach. Like, I need that coaching staff to just figure out a way to get in this kid's head to just protect yourself a little bit better. And if Anthony Richardson can put it all together, Adam, this kid could be special, man.
He's got a good offensive line too.
Yeah, he does.
I think that's a good thing. Jonathan Taylor, I think, if he can stay healthy and step up a little bit. Yeah, Josh Downs, right? Like that's another name, right? So that's going to be interesting to see, right? Because you only played 4 games, and health. You're going to be watching to see if he can stay on the field. That's the biggest challenge right now for him. I think going into the year. So, but yeah, I mean the ceiling is high.
It is.
So right. You got decent quarterbacks in the AFC South. You got potential, right? I think the 4, right? Because between Levis and Richardson and Stroud in the sophomore season and waiting for Trevor Lawrence, that's an intriguing group right there.
It is. And listen, they put the requisite weapons around Will Levis too. Like you got to give Tennessee some credit. They overpaid Calvin Ridley. They fix the offensive line. They have an offensive-minded head coach there now. You get Tony Pollard as a running back. I just think, like everything's there in place for him to be successful. We'll see what he does with it, but you certainly can't fault. Sometimes these franchises get these young quarterbacks, and it's just like, okay, go be the savior. We're not going to really give you much to work with. And it's like, well, what do you expect? Unless he is – for sure, some great quarterback, he's not going to be able to overcome that. I always think that with the Jets. Like, everyone bashes Zach Wilson, and we all watch him play. Yeah, he sucked, but what did you do to help him out? So Will Levis at least getting some help there. For all of our best content of the day, make sure you follow us on Facebook, X, Instagram, YouTube, and TikTok. Travis Thomas, Adam Pellerin, Foxboro Rush. It's in the books, baby. Till the next time we do it again. Peace out.